We are continuing in the book Charming After 5, the romance novel. We are on chapter 26. Jonathan feels left out. Bernie and Stacy are always together, and lately they seem to have more couple secrets than ever before between them. He knows that is how it's supposed to be, but he can't help but be jealous and wish he had the same thing going with someone else for himself. And I wish that someone would be Quinn. Well, then I would be fine with it. Quinn has been keeping her to herself a lot lately than before. At work, she is busier than ever with the audit. At least she is letting him do some real work and not sabotaging him anymore. She is very pleased every time he turns in his reports for her to review before she sends them on to corporate. He knows she's signing them as her own, but they must know that she has a team underneath her making it happen. At least he assumes as much. After work, he doesn't see her at Joey's as often either. And a lot of the time, Bernie tells him she doesn't show up until after Jonathan has already gone home. It seems like she might be avoiding him. Jonathan wants to think that this is just another part of her playing hard to get strategy. He is still interested, though, even if that is her goal. And especially if that is her goal. He has pretty much dismissed the idea that she is still trying to get him to quit or fire him. He is into his 4th month there, and Stacy didn't even remember the anniversary of the 3-month deadline because they were so swamped with real work and with Bernie's uncle's death. Bernie still hasn't said anything about his deal. He wonders if the silent partner is causing a delay. He wanted to speak with Bernie this morning, but Bernie was already gone when he got up. Or maybe he didn't come home the night before. Jonathan doesn't even know for sure. He hardly sees him anymore. He will have to tease Stacy about that and see where that leads. He knows that they have committed to waiting for a physical relationship, but sometimes temptation could be just too much. Maybe he shouldn't tease her then, he thinks. She might be feeling very guilty if she gave in to Bernie. Jonathan reconsiders. He will fill out the situation at work and just see how it goes and take it slow. Stacy arrives a few minutes late, which is rare for her. She usually is there waiting for Jonathan. Maybe something did happen last night. I'm so sorry. Stacy is flustered as she rushes in through the office door. Should I be lecturing you on the error of your ways last night, young lady? Jonathan tries a joke. It sort of falls flat. No, sir. Everything was fine last night. Bernie walked me home, and he came in so we could talk. He was so exhausted, I let him sleep on the couch. Why the tardiness then, this morning? Jonathan wants to know. That's what happens when your boyfriend is a chef and wants to prepare you a 4-course breakfast when you're already running late. Stacy explains. Oh, I've been there. Jonathan mockingly sympathizes. It's a hard cross to bear, having a chef for a friend. Speaking of, how is his deal coming along? To buy the bistro? Stacy is afraid of this question. She told Bernie if he didn't call Jonathan himself that he would be interrogating her all day long, and she just knew he would. Luckily, they had worked out a response. Joey did have his meeting with the partner, but he was unable to meet with Bernie. So the bistro was swamped that evening, and Bernie couldn't leave the kitchen because he had added some new dishes in the menu, and the staff needed some guidance in preparing them. But the customers were ordering them, that's for sure. Bernie is hoping he can meet up with Joey again today. He said he would call us if he found out anything. Stacy hopes that it doesn't sound too rehearsed, even though she had gone over it a dozen times on the way to work, just in case. Jonathan replies, Okay, I hope things go well. I know Bernie really wants this. Stacy is relieved and wants to pat herself on the back for following the script. She thinks she's a pretty good actress herself. So let's start wrapping up this audit. I'm thankful for real work, but I'm tired of all this audit stuff. Jonathan agrees. You got it. Let's get on it. Quinn continues to pace around her office. She has gone over and over the proposal from Joseph. Both proposals. The business deal was straightforward, made perfect sense in all ways involving their finances, stress, and time. The bistro had been struggling when she first invested. She had wanted to find a secure, stable investment and instead found a local hangout with mediocre food, okay service, and yet an attractive owner. Quinn had never been tempted by love or relationships. Her career was always top priority. After all, she had to support her sister. Finn was the one with the notions of love and forever after fairy tales. Quinn had dated, but only because that's what women did for companionship. Her longest relationship up to that point had been only a few months with a man that was much more than happy to be friends with benefits. No love lost when all that ended. Joseph, though, is different. She had fooled herself at first with the idea that she could step in and save a fledgling restaurant, and it was very convincing reason for her to buy in, for her to accomplish all that. Joseph's good looks and dark eyes have nothing to do with her decision. Their business relationship had turned physical rather quickly. She hadn't expected that, but she was still trying to fool herself into thinking that it was just like all the other friendships she had had with previous men. I am Quinn Herald, after all. I'm a determined woman. I'm a business professional. I'm independent. I'm intelligent and self-sufficient. So hear me roar. So why am I allowing this man, this gorgeous, tall, dark, and handsome man, to make me go all soft inside? And that's what's upset her the most. She had determined to never be as flighty and love-struck as Finn. But here she was, considering his other proposal. Finn had planned her wedding by the time the twins were 12. Quinn thought her sister was frivolous and foolish. Quinn had planned to never marry, but instead focus on her career and someday be a CEO of a major corporation. She had fought hard and long for the advancements that she has received, and nothing has ever been handed to her on a silver platter. Marriage, family, children, they were never on the horizon for Quinn. They were distractions that got in the way of business and would take focus off her goals. If she decides to accept Joseph's proposal to take the relationship to the next step, it was only a matter of time before he would want a wedding and maybe even kids. He isn't getting any younger and had talked of having his own children someday. She remembered him saying that at least once. If she wanted to have children, she should be thinking about that sooner than later herself. I can't believe I'm even having these thoughts now. No one else has made me feel this way or think these thoughts. Only Joseph. She knew it was inevitable that this was going to happen, but she was determined to fight it a bit longer. She would tell Joseph that the business deal was on, but the relationship deal needed some negotiations. She has to buy herself some time to become more accepting of the fact that her life plans might be taking a drastic turn. Oh no, Quinn exclaims aloud. What will Finn say after all the years I have belittled her for wanting the white picket fence and a big family? Quinn knows that she has it coming to her for all the ridiculing that she has done against Finn and her romantic moods. Yet there is another reason then for Quinn to bide some time. Bernie is waiting for Joey to finish the staff schedule for the week. He is nervous and has to keep taking deep breaths. Steady, fella, steady. You can do this. You know nothing. You're totally clueless. It's all about the contract. Bernie mumbles low, keeping up the pep talk in his head until Joey motions for him to enter his office. So, I was able to talk with my partner. She is considering the deal and will give me an answer soon, but I think I can manage to negotiate any issues she might have. As far as I'm concerned, you consider yourself the new majority owner of Joey's Bistro. Joey reaches to shake Benny's hand. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very excited about this opportunity, Joey. I have some more questions before I sign on the dotted line, though. Of course, I expected as much. I'm confident that it's just technicalities at this point, and we'll be able to come to some agreement for any issues that might be brought up. I'll get some discussion points from my partner, too, and we can go over everything together later. You get your list, I'll get my list, and her list. If you would like to make some suggestions or have any requests from us, write them down. We'll write ours down, and we'll all address them, and I'll take them to her as well. Feel free to retain your own attorney to look over the contract papers once our lawyers draw them up. Speaking of partners, I know you said she's a silent partner, but since I am part owner, I'm willing to meet her. I mean, I should get to meet her, right? It is a little strange to me to be involved in a business dealing with someone I've never even met before. Bernie inquires, hoping that Joey will be honest and tell him the identity of the secret partner. I'm not sure about that. That will be a question that I will write down and ask her. She's a very private person. Will that be a deal breaker for you, though? Joey asked. Not necessarily. I guess if you feel comfortable having her as an investor, then I should as well. But then again, you know who she is. Bernie just throws out that point. Yeah, that's true, Joey chuckles. I'll just say that she is a very intelligent and determined woman and has helped me a lot organize the business end of this bistro. I know when you started working here, it didn't seem like much of an establishment, but there had been major improvements made once she had invested in it. If it wasn't for her involvement, there wouldn't be a Joey's Bistro at all. I had the idea. She made it work. I have her to thank for that. And I have you to thank for making it what it is today in a few short months that you've been here. You're the reason I can even consider taking this step back and actually having some free time in my life. Bernie wasn't prepared for the emotions that Joey was exhibiting. He so wants to believe the best about that man who has given him a chance at a job and now at his dream come true. He thinks to himself, surely he isn't involved in sabotaging John also. Bernie is so torn and very tempted to accept the offer, even though the identity of the partner is not known. I will come up with some suggestions for your meeting with her. I do have some ideas in mind, and I want to run them by Stacy and get her opinion too. I hope your partner realizes that this bistro is an investment to be proud of. I'll convey that to her for you. Get me those ideas and we'll get this deal rolling. Joey stands again to shake Bernie's hand once more. Oh, we'll need to discuss the publicity and how the change of the command should be handled. Maybe some big grand reopening news. Bernie liked what Joey said, and he agrees. Yeah, I like that idea. I can't believe it's really happening for me. I have wanted my own place for so many years. Thank you again, Joey, for this opportunity. You're very welcome, and thank you. I think this is a perfect scenario for both of us. Joey watches Bernie leave the office on cloud 9. Monday morning, Stacy is waiting for Jonathan. She's so anxious to tell him about karaoke with Quinn and Bernie. She has already talked with Bernie, and this Saturday night he's going to take off again. It will be his first Saturday night off since his uncle died, and he feels like he needs a break. With the decision to be made about buying the bistro, a night off will help him clear his head. And really, he doesn't want to think about anything for a while. Another night with Quinn before the deal is signed will help clue him in on what she's up to, possibly. He hopes there will be some clues dropped. Jonathan arrives and Stacy is at the office door to greet him. Well, good morning. I see you are happy to see me, but what's up? I saw Quinn Friday night at Joey's. She wants another date night with the four of us. Stacy just about giggles. She's so excited to tell him. Jonathan confesses, man, I thought I would never get another date with her possibly. She's been avoiding me, it seems. I guess she has changed her mind then because she seems eager to see you. Okay, when can Bernie get off? I know he's been swamped lately. I've already cleared it with him. We are going out Saturday night if that will work for Quinn. We want to go to that karaoke bar that she took you to the other night. I'm thrilled at the thought of hearing her sing, Stacy informs him. Jonathan is surprised but happy about the news. Oh, I am also, because she's really good. So one of us needs to confirm it with Quinn and see if Saturday will work. I think it would be best if we talk to her at Joey's, though, don't you think? Jonathan smiles, already knowing the answer. Yes. Are you planning to go there tonight then? Of course I'll be there. I guess I'll go also. If she doesn't show before I leave, then you can confirm with her if she comes in later on. Sounds like a plan. Saturday seems so far away now. I guess we should get to work, though. Maybe the time will go faster. Jonathan looks at the list of things they still need to accomplish. It's kind of a punch list to wrap things up with the audit. Yeah, right. Audits make the day fly by, don't they? They just fly by. Stacy adds kind of sarcastically, but she really means it. Quinn hangs up the phone. This is a big dilemma. There are a few problems, though. Prior to falling for Joseph, her conscience would never play a part in business dealings. Now, thanks to Joseph and the new love she's found in him, and found that she's capable of loving a man, these pesky morals keep creeping in. Plus, she really doesn't have the knowledge to follow through with this. How did I get here? She knows exactly how, though. I let the board assume that I've been doing all the work, including designing the software program that Jonathan had developed. Man, why did I do that? Now a connection of Westin Mutual has seen her work and wants to offer her a contract to market the program. And her stupid moral conscience is kicking in. Yes, she definitely has a problem. We're going to stop right here and continue with the romance novel Charming After 5 in the next audio reading.